Hey everybody, today on Henry's HowTos, I'm going to show you how to make beef nachos, including a simple guacamole and tomato salsa. Let's get straight into it. So we'll start by placing about 2 tablespoons of oil into a large pan and adding 1 diced brown onion. And all we want to do with our onions is just lightly brown them. Now once you have a bit of colour in your onions, you want to put in about 500 grams of beef mince. At this point, season with 1 teaspoon of salt and some cracked pepper. And we want to start browning our meat. Now add in half a tablespoon of ground cumin, half a tablespoon of ground coriander, about a teaspoon of ground chilli. You can add more if you want extra heat. And about a teaspoon of paprika. Now mix that well through. Once you start to get a nice brown colour, add in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And you just want to stir that through. And add in 1.5 cups of beef stock. And we'll also add 1 can of kidney beans. Now all you want to do at this point is stir it through, make sure you get the tomato paste all dissolved, and we're just going to let this simmer so it cooks and thickens up a little bit. So after about 10 minutes you should have a nice thick sauce like that. And you don't want to cook it any longer than that. We do need it to be a little bit moist, just so it cooks our chips as well. So we'll set this aside now and move on with building our nachos. So I've just got in a large pan and put some greaseproof paper and some oil on it. Now you can use any size, any shape you like. In the past I've also used cake tins to make a nice round shape, but it's up to you. Now, at this point also preheat your oven to about 200 degrees Celsius. And all we're going to do is lay down our corn chips. And place our sauce right on top. You don't need to be too generous either. I'm going to do multiple layers. And then give it a generous sprinkle of cheese like so. And now we'll continue to build another layer. So the bottom layer is your foundation. Depending on how big you want to make it, you have to go by that. So you can make this entire tray if you really wanted to. And once again, repeat with the sauce. another sprinkle of cheese on top. Now with this recipe I'm basically doing 2 batches. So I'll finish this one more layer and that'll leave us with enough sauce and chips to do a second batch. And we'll top the sauce off on this too. Just like so. And give it a well good coverage of cheese. Okay, simple as that. So straight into the oven at 200 degrees. This should take only about 12 to 15 minutes to cook. We just want it to brown. Now while we're waiting for our nachos to cook, we're going to make a very quick salsa. So get 2 ripe tomatoes. And all we're doing with our tomatoes is very finely dicing them. Just like so. Now I've only done 1 tomato as I'm only doing one of the batches. But if you're doing the full batch, go ahead and do both tomatoes. Then bring across half of a Spanish onion, and we only need half for one batch. So we'll take that off, and just go down the side, very thinly. And we just want to very thinly dice it. And next we'll put in about 2 tablespoons of chopped coriander. And add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Just give that a quick mix. You can add some jalapenos to that if you like for an extra kick, or chilies, whatever you like. So we'll set that aside now. Now we'll also do a very quick guacamole. So just into a bowl, we're going to add 1/2 of a ripe avocado. Make sure to get it all out of its skin. You don't want to waste them. And add in about 1 tablespoon of tabasco sauce and just squeeze half a lime in there. And all we're going to do is just mix that around. If you have a food processor, just throw it in there if you don't want to create a mess. Like so. And we'll set that aside too. And the only other ingredient is sour cream, which you can just buy. So after about 15 minutes, we'll just have a check. And as you can see, it's nice and melted. Now personally, I wouldn't leave it any longer. So just leave that outside and let it rest for a couple of minutes. So I've just taken it out of the tray and put it onto a plate. So all we need to do at this point is put our guacamole straight into the center. Like so. And we'll add a dollop of sour cream straight on. And to finish it off, our homemade salsa. And there we have it, simple as that. I hope you like that, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you've got any comments or suggestions, leave them at the bottom, and I'll see you all next time.